welcome back to the next iteration of our house diaries. While they were here and looking at the plumbing, they took up some floors, and look what they found underneath my bedroom floor, some fireplace tiles. And even more exciting, look what they found in the loft! While they're busy doing all the plumbing, I get to cleaning behind the old radiators, so that we can paint behind them before the new ones go on. But look at that.
Ew!
When I started painting, I did the same as what was previously painted. I just left the box behind exactly where the radiator will be, just so that I don't waste paint. Looking back, I think I should have just painted further down because there was still some white patches that you could see from the top of the radiator, so I should have just painted the whole wall, but oh well. And in the dining room, I started ripping off wallpaper because it would be a lot easier to do that before the radiator goes back on. And then I did sand and paint behind so that it wasn't plain behind the radiator. Upstairs in the spare room, the polystyrene that was behind the old radiator definitely needed to be removed. That was a lot harder than it seemed. Then all the new radiators got delivered. There was a lot of rubbish left over after those first couple days. But it was exciting because you could see the new combi boiler being in place, and it was looking like the end of times of being in a freezing house. Next, while Mum was on her days off, we started painting her bedroom. Now, I don't want any judgment in the comments. How we're painting is probably not the right technique, but it was made a lot harder because of all the textured wallpaper that was everywhere in the house. We ended up just rolling the majority on and then going round the edges with a much smaller brush to get neat edges. We tried taping, so don't suggest that. It just, because of the texture, it was too bumpy and it was easy to just go around with a small brush and do those details. It was patchy at first, but, you know, after a few coats, it eventually looked good. Then it was lovely to see that our plumber's got our gas fireplace working. Isn't it beautiful? And soon enough the radiators kicked in and the house started heating up. Now let's go back to what they found in the loft. Look at this old war trunk. Sergeant C. Jones, the West Yorkshire Regiment. We were so excited. But nothing's in it. Oh well, at least it wasn't Gwyneth Paltrow's head. But we're going to clean it up and use it as a blanket box in our front room. But for now, we've contacted York Museum and they're going to research it for us. Then Mark came back to finish up the plastering of our conservatory. And we had some help getting the wallpaper in the dining room down. We realised that we wanted to keep paper on the ceiling, so I went round the edges with an X-Acto knife, just so that when I peeled the rest of the wallpaper off, I didn't take that with it. And now I'm back to removing more tiles from the kitchen. Unfortunately, you'll soon see that they didn't come off quite as easily as the other wall. The render started coming off as well. There it is, you can see the patch. Then we were visited by people who collect scrap metal, and they took out the old oven for us. Then I dropped nearly £40 worth of paint. Here I am cleaning the living room walls with the sugar soap to prepare for painting. You can really see the distinctive line of how dirty those walls were. And the painting begins. But the edging is all I got done that day because I was in for surgery for my septoplasty. You couldn't keep me away though. I was back to renovating within a week, but of course wearing PPE. Then it was school holidays and my cousin Seth came over to help me remove the rest of the kitchen. Then I finally got back to finishing painting that front room. Then we had our skip arrive to finally clear out all of the rubbish that had been piling up in the garage, and some more helpers again. Thank you! After the kitchen was clear, it was finally time to see under the flooring. Quickly make your guesses now! And Mum was back to help out on her day off work, painting the conservatory now that the plaster had all dried. And the last stop of this video is the skip being taken away, and now I'll give you a tour. So this is where we're up to. We come into the front room. Got this gorgeous burgundy colour. Started bringing things in from storage. The green curtains have come down for now, but they're just getting cleaned. They'll be back up. I've painted the ceiling and the skirting in the beautiful, like, it looks white, but it's got a hint of a pink. It's called blush pink. And it just takes out that yellowness that was there before. You can kind of see it where I haven't done inside of the door frame. Yeah, there you go, you can see there the difference. So that yellow was the ceiling in here and all of the skirting. Actually, I'm yet to do the window ledge, so you can see that as well. Okay. Going back into the hallway, we haven't really done much except the new radiators. We're still contemplating. We think we're going to bring in the flooring that's in the kitchen dining into this entryway as well and get new carpet, but we can't decide whether to. We do want to remove the wallpaper because we're not a big fan of this texture, but whether that's sooner or later, we don't know. But let's go into the dining room. So as you saw, we've removed the wallpaper. Painted just a little bit behind the radiator, but we've realised that there's too many cracks and it needs a new plaster skim before we can paint the rest. Taken the curtains down there. Do let us know what you think. We don't think that we'd ever want to close curtains between a dining room and conservatory, but let us know your opinion. That beautiful 70s fireplace. But yeah, all the wallpaper's gone. It's just back to this old plaster. Very rough. But that will be getting skimmed and painted. And now, beautiful conservatory. Look at this gorgeous green. Mark did a brilliant job on that plaster wall. We've got new lights in. So the lights as they are fine, but it's actually because the bulb is too big. They are supposed to have a glass cover on them, but the light bulbs themselves are too tall, so it won't fit properly. So we've got them on for now until we get some new light bulbs, and then we can put the covering on it. But yeah, gorgeous. Got the skirting back on fixed. It's just that bit, but we're hoping that the sofa should just cover that up anyway. The flooring isn't quite as good nick as we thought, but again, between the sofa being in here and we've got a rather large rug, that we think the floor will be covered anyway, so it is what it is for now. Yeah. Okay, now turning back to the kitchen. Well, first we'll look in our pantry, which is utter chaos at the moment, but we've had our electrician in the family come and put a new fuse box in, so that's all updated, and we've been piling lots of stuff in here for now until we get everything out of storage. Now, the kitchen. So you saw a lot of us ripping things out, taking the tiles down, but this is where it is right now. As you can see, as we were taking the tiles off, it was really bringing the render down as well, so it was too big of a patchwork, so we've just tried to take as much render off as we could, and then we'll leave the rest to the kitchen fitters and the plasterers that are coming. But it's just so much brighter in here. Just back to the bare minimum, ready for the kitchen fitters to come in and do their thing.
We were very disappointed about the lack of continuation on the floor, but it is what it is. I think looking at it again, it would need a decent amount of cleaning up anyway. So we'll be putting down different flooring anyway. Now into our garage. You can see the ceiling's been taken up just to put in some new pipes. Speaking of, we've got our new combi boiler, which is very exciting. We've got hot water. We've got lots of new pipe work. The old fuse thing there. Downstairs toilet remains the same. It's been given a bit of a clean so that we can use it, but it's not very pleasant. But in here, new radiator. That is the old curved bay window radiator that we will eventually be listing on eBay because they are quite a bit of penny. But we're going to be boarding this room out so that we can use it a bit more, have a clean room. But the garage door will be remaining there. Okay. Let's go upstairs. Upstairs, so like I said, we will be replacing the stair and this landing carpet because it's just not as in good nick as the rest of the rooms. It won't last as long. But you can look at Mum's room, the gorgeous blue. Nothing else in this room has changed. I've just painted it blue and got the new radiator in, but we haven't touched the skirting or the ceiling and all those because this room just isn't finished anyway. She just did not want to live with the purple. So the blue is just being able to give it some longevity. Okay. In my room, nothing's changed in my room. The hot water tank is out of there, but we're just using that as storage again for now until all of the stuff is in the house. New radiator, but no change. And the box room, or the upstairs kitchen. Again, using as storage until we get everything set up. We've got our little makeshift kitchen here, kettle, microwave, mini fridge. Yeah. Not much in this room will change for now. Obviously you remember the range being there, that's been taken away, given to scrap metal. Because we wouldn't have used it anyway, that we did not trust that the gas was safe and leak proof. But all of this will be torn down eventually. It's just not the priority because it's a spare room. We'll prioritise the rooms that we use every day first. And that is it. I'll show you the bathroom. Again, nothing's changed in there. That's coming soon. We just used it again as storage. And the ignore these boxes, but underneath is the trunk we found in the loft. You saw that earlier. But yeah, still the same. Ready for a refresh, for sure. And that is all. And that is where we will leave you for this time. Catch up next time when we bring all of our furniture in from storage and we continue the renovations. Ow. Oh. So unfortunately, the render didn't stay. Oh. So unfortunately, when we were taking the tiles off, oh my god.